Welcome, guys. Part two. Part two of we were talking earlier regarding care work, guys. Yeah. So the care work business in these European countries are so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an article talking about they need like up to 500,000 people to come to work in this care business. But the problem is here, so you have so much fuckery going in the care business. So much fuckery.
Mm-hmm.
Charging so much money on the COS, which is illegal in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? And also, you have companies taking advantage
Mm-hmm.
on people coming to do this care job.
Yeah.
Because how can man start 7 o'clock and finish 9 o'clock and having 2 hour break intervals, 1 hour 30 minutes intervals, 1 hour 45 minutes intervals, and working whole day, unable to drive back and forth from home when he or she have a break, yeah, and will not get paid from those breaks, and be told you work 8 hours, 5 hours after you did what, 12, 13 hours, 14 hours of
Yeah.
that day, basically
Mm-hmm.
whole day, because you start at 7 in the morning, yeah, you work till about, let's say, 1 o'clock, you have a break of 2 hour, you cannot drive back home, you gotta stay out there in your car, eat in your car, relax in your car, and wait to attend the next client, and then yeah, you go another run again. Let's say two, three, four clients again. You have another hour break, or let's say 30 minutes break, 45 minutes break, whatever. You can go anywhere. You just gotta stay in your car, chill out, drink, eat, whatever, sleep, whatever, and drive to the next client after that. But you are out there whole day though, whole day from
Mm-hmm.
7 till 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
But you are told you only work 8 hours, 7 hours, because you are paid based on client contact, client visits, and traveling from distance from client to client. But when you have the break, those long breaks, you can drive home. So you just gotta stick out there. It is, for me, it's slavery, and it's not fair that people are working like that and companies are getting away from this, are getting away with it. And yeah, you go home with what, 1800, 1700.
Not necessarily. Even you be going home with 1500s, you be going home with 1400s, and like, truth be told, the bills are so expensive. Maybe half of it goes into your bills, or even more of it goes into your
I'm thinking
bills.
about even, I'm thinking that's household bill, but the fuel bill,
The fuel
just running
bill.
from client to client, because you're not doing block shift.
I'm
It's
telling
like you're
you.
traveling from one town to the other sometimes. If it's like, let's say you're doing a block, you are just in one town, one local area, it's
Yeah.
fine. But you
Yeah.
are now in one town, then you go to another town, then you go to another town, or you go to this little village, you drive from this little village to another town.
I'm telling
It's
you.
constant driving.
It's constant driving, fuel cost, car cost as well, because that is you using your car so much to the point of
High mileage.
exactly high mileage. If you're having any breakdowns or anything, tire worn out or whatever, you need to sort it out. Like really, 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 you are draining your car. And also, this tendency of the companies or the business think, because they give you will have probably a 2 hour break, and then the next client you're starting with is also far from where you are and not getting paid for that, and then
Yeah,
from
because you just came out of break.
it doesn't make sense. But that is indeed modern slavery. So you lose more than you gain. Yeah, you get paid, of course, you worked, isn't it? But you think of you if you like, given that you've been working from morning to evening, you are not getting paid accordingly. The rate is just the same. Evening and morning is just the same. And these 2 hour breaks or 3 hour breaks or whatever hour breaks, you should be home At least if you had done morning till afternoon and have the rest of the day to yourself,
Yeah,
that
basically
would
like a block shift.
yeah, that's better. So it is all time wasting, life wasting, important
No,
enough.
I want to, for per se, I understand, like, if you see it as, like, okay, because being out there for those hours could be looked at as you wasting time. But I just think that the companies are just taking advantage.
Yeah,
Because it shouldn't be like that. Because if you work from 7 till 9, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 14 hours. You should
exactly.
get paid 14 hours.
Yeah. That is why I say it's time wasting because you are not getting
Because
paid 14
how can you pay me
hours.
half of the day? I was out for 14 hours working and you pay me 7 hours.
Yeah.
Or you
Where
pay
is
me
the
8
other seven
hours.
hours? Where is the other 7 hours?
So even the travel time they take between client to client, the client to client sometimes is not even, it's 5 minutes, it's 10 minutes.
Exactly. It
So
does.
there is no money gain on that travel time.
Yeah, but the travel time now where you
When
need
you
to
are break.
travel exactly and where you need to probably go to the client who is far, that's where you need to get your travel time
Yeah,
more.
yeah,
You will have a
yeah,
break.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yeah, that's how they work.
yeah. You know, the care work is a good job. It's a rewarding job in the sense of you helping somebody, looking after somebody.
You
But I
gotta be
think
ready though.
yeah, you have to be ready. The companies are hijacking
Yeah,
the job. It's more of a paycheck.
beneficial to them
Yeah,
than
and
exactly.
what I also notice is
It's more for paycheck.
as a carer, even though you wanna do your best and give your all, companies are hijacking and treating you bad. And if you make a mistake or if you happen to have a compliant, you become you will be used as a scapegoat to make an example of and give you a bad name and a bad rep or whatever, and they will shy away or run away from their actual hijacking
That's true.
of their criminal treating or treatments or working conditions.
Yeah. Well, indeed, most of them don't care about care workers. That's just the honest truth. They don't
I would
care.
say they don't care. They don't care
I'm not
about
saying all
their
of them.
clients themselves.
I'm not saying all of
It's all
them.
about money, getting paid.
It's all about money
Yeah, it's all about them getting the
and
big contracts and having more contracts.
yeah, and if you're an immigrant and you came on COS, they will use that on you. They will try their best to use that on you. To tell you, yeah, it's because you're on COS or COS this, COS that. So because you're on COS, you need to work the whole day and only get paid 7 hours. But these are the things that you need to be mindful of. That's the hours that you think if wherever in your country you're from, you think that I'll be working 8 hours, and you're thinking it's probably
Just 8 hours.
8 hours. Nah,
No,
it
it's
doesn't
not
work
eight
like that.
hours.
It's
You're
16
out there
hours.
all day, all
Exactly,
day.
exactly.
Like, and the best time, it like during, let's say if it's a summertime, conditions could be better because the weather is nice. But
Mm-hmm.
imagine now it's winter time. It's
Exactly.
raining.
Yeah.
You are out there. Let's say you have a 45 minutes break, you have an hour break, you can drive back home. You need to sit down there in the rain. And you can have your car on for the whole hour you're waiting.
Yeah.
You are cold.
Yeah.
I know, like, some people that go with blankets, they go with like all
Yeah.
those stuff just
They
to
go
make sure
with the
they're
whole.
warm.
Yeah, they go with the whole house in their
You see
car.
me? Overall, care job is a good job. It's a good paid job, but companies are hijacking people who are on COS.
Especially people who are on COS.
Yeah,
And also the people who are coming as immigrants to do the care job, they
yeah,
are sold false hope. They are not
yeah.
being told the truth. And one of the truth about it is that working conditions are very hard to bear. Working conditions are extremely bad. And while they know what's up and you're an immigrant coming in the country, they will tell you and expect you to do what they tell you to do. And also, yeah, as I said, the working hours, the 8 hours you think is the 8 hours you're gonna work, is not the same 8 hours you are going to work. As a result, you'll not have a social life. You'll not have you be more. Some of these companies, even you're working 6 days, you're working 5 days. The 2 days you are tired. You wanna rest. You wanna sleep the whole day because trust me, all these days, all the 5 days or all the 6 days, you've been leaving your home in the morning and coming home in the night time, and on top of that, been driving the whole day. So you are extremely tired. These are things that you need to be mindful of, and you need to be mindful also that your mileage, which is also your travel time, what when they say they pay you that, they don't necessarily pay you that. So yeah, half of it, you get half of it, but half of it you don't pay it. As we elaborated, if you're having a breaks, you're not getting paid to start on the next client. If you finish the client you're starting with, you don't getting paid for that. The client you finish with, you don't getting paid for that. And they design it in a manner that the client that you're starting with is far. The client that you finish with is far. Where you need to gain more mileage or where you need to gain more travel time, you're not gonna do that.
They're basically saving money for themselves.
Yes, exactly. While your pocket is
Yeah,
getting
it's
dry.
bleeding. Yeah.
And another factor also is that your mileage, your fuel money is taxed. Is taxed. Is taxed. Well, some companies still do. I would say quite a few companies.
Yeah, there's some good companies. We're gonna
Quite a
say
few.
that. We have to say that. I don't mean to cut you, but we're gonna say it is not all companies. It is not every company. There are some good companies out there. There are some really, really good companies out there who are paying and looking after both their clients and both their staffs.
Yeah, and making sure
You know what I'm saying? But there are some companies out there, they don't care about the staff, they don't care about the clients. It's about they earn a contract to look after certain people because it's all about the check at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So you just gotta be mindful.
It's very bad. And yeah, as I was saying, when your money, your fuel is taxed by tax, I mean that you put fuel in your car in it every weekly, however you do it. But everything, that's money that you have put, you think you're gonna get it back, it goes under your money, everything on one paycheck, isn't it? Or
Yeah.
one receipt or everything, it just goes in there. So
Yeah,
your fuel money is
basically, it should have been like, okay, some companies will pay you,
separately.
will pay your hours work
Mm-hmm.
separately, and then they pay you your travel time separately. But overall, some companies, whether care work or not, travel time and work hours, they will pay you as one, and it will be taxed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you put £50 fuel monthly, or you put not monthly. You can't put monthly. Sorry, weekly.
I would say fuel budget a monthly depends on where you live. If you live locally and if you're doing only blocks, you might save fuel. But if you're not doing blocks and you have to travel, let's say town to town to do clients, I would say between 150 to £100 would be a fuel budget, depending on also the size engine of your car. If you have a little small engine, it's cool. But if you have a 1 2 liter, one anything like 1 8, 1 2 liter, 2 point something, yeah, even the 1.5 or 1.6, £200 minimum should be your budget.
Yeah, and you need to be aware that you're gonna get taxed from that money. So, my fellow people, we know what's up. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, care work is a good job. Care work is a good job, but beware of the companies that are offering you the COS and then subject you in working conditions that you know yourself. Yeah, if it wasn't for the COS, you will not do. But we understand some people are managing it and getting through it. At the end of the day, they're far from home. They need a job. They need to stay, sheltered, fed, clothed, and stuff like that. So some people, at the end of the day, we will like do whatever it takes to go through it. But at the end of the day, it's still slavery, because you are working in a company. One is on COS, one is not on COS. So one is having a better shift, better working condition. Let's say starting 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, they finish 6 hour shift with little break here and there, tea break or flag break, whatever they want to call it, and then have a good 6 hour. But you on a COS, you start 7 in the morning and finish at 9 o'clock and still doing it 7 hours a day. Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's a big question. And the government, if they can do something about that, because if you're on COS, doesn't mean you have to do this kind of working condition. You have to do the
Yeah.
same working hours as a person who is not on COS.
Mm-hmm. Imagine you leave your country, you sell your house, you sell your car. Hey, we know the sacrifices people go through,
Yeah, no, some
to
people,
migrate to
some
other
people,
countries.
it's not even the job they took. It's about like traveling the world, migrating to other
Yeah,
places
because
of,
of thinking
because
they're
that's
gonna have.
life. You can migrate. You can migrate to Africa. You can migrate to Europe. You can migrate to
Mm,
America. No matter how you do it today, but at the same time they taking advantage of. Okay, because they come from Africa, they're migrating. They're kind of like desperate. No, they're not desperate.
mm-hmm.
They're not desperate.
Mm-hmm.
They finance their life to come and do a job and expect to be paid well
Yeah, a better
and given
life.
a
Thinking that
better working condition.
Yeah, thinking that they'll have a better
Yeah.
life. But you get in, you see the what they bring into the table, and you can't even spend time with your family. You're struggling even with childcare
We're
because
gonna
most of the time you are working and you're working from morning till evening.
yeah.
So it is really important that we do know what's at stake, or we do know the things that, okay, what you are bound to come across with, and have that knowledge. And that is why we're bringing it to you guys, because I am one experience of that. I know what's up, really.
Yeah, we're gonna say for the people that say, oh yeah, if they don't like the condition, if they don't like it, they should leave, they should go back home. Hey, the world is the world. Yeah, as long as whatever you wanna do, you can do.
Exactly.
If the person choose to migrate and say I'm working somewhere, that should not be a reason for him or her to be treated wrongly.
Exactly. And we're talking about people here who were promised the gold.
And they're looking after the elderly, the
Yeah.
sick,
Yeah.
the one, the vulnerable ones.
Yeah.
So they should be protected. They should be looked after.
Yes, yes. Their mental health comes first. Their well being comes first. And that should be prioritized. And we stand for that.
Yeah, basically, guys. Yeah, when you get into this situation, make sure you watch out for these ones because some companies are good, but at the end of the day, every person with their own experience, with their own, life ups and downs on all that stuff. But at the end of the day, watch out for these companies because they're out there. They don't care about the client, they don't care about their staff. So it's all about the check. All right,
Yes,
guys.
watch out, look after yourself. Take care of yourself. You come first. Okay, guys, thank you. See you next time. Bye bye. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for
Yeah,
more.
we'll be out soon.
Bye.